Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome once again. Today I'll be taking you through an e-assessment called Quizizz. So what is e-assessment? E-assessment, electronic assessment, is using information technology or digital tools to assess learners. Alright. And one way is Quizizz. One way of using an e-assessment is Quizizz. Quizizz is a website or Wayground. It used to be called Quizizz, but now Wayground. It is a website that helps you to assess learners online in a game way. Now, what are some of the advantages of e-assessment or Quizizz? It is very easy. It reduces the stress of marking. The marks are calculated just after the assessment, so it reduces the stress of facilitators or teachers. So e-assessment is very, very important, and you have to learn how to use it to reduce your stress. Now you can find more about e-assessment in the TAMT, the Teacher Assessment Manual and Toolkit, page 17. So I'll not go deep into it, but today I will just be helping you to know how to use Wayground or Quizizz to undertake an e-assessment. So stay tuned and let's get started. Now this is the website. So you go to Google and then you type Quizizz. Just type quiz or quiz login and then the drop down will come. So look out for this one. See, the first one is Quizizz.com, but you can choose the first one. So let's get started. Alright, so I choose the first one and then let's see. Okay, now let's look at this. If you are a first timer, you log in with your email, you see create here. So if you're a first timer and you log in, you follow the instructions, it will ask you to log in with your email and the password. You log in, you see create. So the create, you click on it, then it will help you to upload your questions. Now before you start, you must already have your questions at hand. So you should type your questions in a Word format or picture format, then keep it somewhere. It will ask you to upload. But first, let's begin with what happens when you log into the site. So if you're a first timer, you see create here. Alright. So let me start again. So I chose this one, Wayground. It's the same as the first one, no problem. Now I had already logged in. Alright. And I had already logged in, so let me log out again and then log in for you to see. So let me log in again. So when you log in for the first time, this is the interface for the website. Alright, so you scroll down, these are the passes. So I choose teachers sign up for free. You choose that one, then you log in again. Remember, I have logged out and I'm logging in again. I want to start afresh for everyone to see. So continue with Google. So I choose that option and then I enter my email and then my password. Click next. Then let's see. Alright, then you follow the procedures. This one, just click continue and then alright, okay, then you choose school, a teacher. So I choose school, then I am a teacher. You select the teacher, then we are in. Okay, alright. Now it will ask you for your school. enter your school name. There are options. Okay, you can choose to, you see this part here, not part of school. So you can click this side and you will skip the stress of this. Okay, you skip this part, it will now see for you to enter your school. But if you choose to search for your school and you don't find your school in the list, then you have to add your school. Alright, but you can skip this section. Alright, so I type my school name, then it wasn't part in the drop down, so doesn't part, so I click add school. I click add, then I add my school name, type in my school name, right, country, city, I type in the city, then the state, and then save. Alright, now watch here, I choose science. Now there's an options here. Look at the grade options. We have KG, first grade. Now JHS is 11th grade and 12th grade is SHS. So I'll select SHS, which is 12th grade. I'm setting questions for SHS 12th grade. Then I click done. Then have you used wave ground before? No, it's my first time. Alright, now let's get busy. Alright, let's wait for it. Now watch here carefully. You see there is no create here because I'm not a first timer. I've logged in already, so the system recognizes me. But look at this side, 0/20 activities. So it means you can set up to 20 activities, assessment, up to 20 assessment over here. That's what it means. So I've logged in with a different email. That's why it is 0/20. Alright, this was the first one I did. Alright, so if yours is like this and you want to set questions, upload your questions for learners to do online, you come to library, my library, then you see here, okay, created is 0/20. Alright, then you click on create new. Alright, it is an assessment, so I'll click on assessment. Alright, then look at these three options: import worksheet or questions, import questions. So if you have already typed the questions in Excel or Word, you click this side, the first one from the left, to import. You can also generate your questions with AI. The AI will help you to set questions right online. Then create from scratch. It means you are going to type your own questions inside. Alright, the middle one, the AI will help you, but this one you're going to type your questions inside. You may have written it on paper, so you have to type it inside if you want that one. So it's better to type and upload. That is the easiest one. The AI will take a long time. Alright, so I chose the first one. I want to upload. Then look at these options here, supported format. Instead of typing your questions, you may have written with pen on paper, so you can scan it as PDF, okay, PPT, PowerPoint, Docs, or picture format. You can scan it and save it as picture format, and then you can still upload it instead of typing if you are not good in typing. Alright, so let's see. I want to upload mine because I've already typed it out. Alright, so I click on upload from device. Upload from device. Okay, then I'll choose my questions. So that is 1. It's just 5 questions I'm using as a sample to guide you. Then I'll click open, and it is uploading. It's just 5 questions, so it will finish uploading very fast. Alright, now we are done with uploading. Then I click generate quiz. So it is arranging the questions. They are all MCQ questions. Now look at the questions I've uploaded. Now I did not add answers to the questions, but the AI already know the answers to the questions. So look at it. The answers have been ticked green. The rest are red times. So this is a page view for the teacher, not the learner. Alright. Then you can set seconds for each question. How many seconds do you want the learner to spend on each question? So you can click on this drop down, 5, 10, the maximum is 45 seconds for each question. So you can determine each question. You can click on the drop down and then select the seconds. Points too. So you can make it to 1, 2, up to 5 points. Each question you can determine the number of points for each question. Alright, but at default it is set at 30 seconds and then 1 point for each question. So you can change it. That's the one you want. And it is MCQ. Why MCQ as the default? Because my questions were all MCQ. The system recognized it as MCQ because they were having options A, B, C, D. So the system recognized as MCQ. Alright. So you can edit this question. If you want to change this question, you can edit it right online. This one I uploaded it. So I had already typed it in Docs, Word document. But when I upload it, I can still edit it online if I want to change it. So that is the meaning. Alright, so these are the questions. They are just 5 questions. Alright. So you see number 2, number 3, and then number 1. Okay. 5 points, 5 questions. Alright. Now you can preview to see how it looks like, and then when you are done with everything, you publish. But before you go to publish, okay, let me publish it. Then everything is okay for me, so I click publish. So it is publishing it online. It will generate a link for me to send to my learners to answer the questions. So after publishing, this is how it looks like. So look at it. Let me scroll down. Okay. So these are the questions. MCQ, time 30 seconds, 1 point. Alright, there are just 5 questions. Okay. So just 5 questions. I have clicked publish. So it is left for me to share. So I can share it on the WhatsApp platform for learners' email. I can give them a link, then they will answer it. So share it to students or share it to teachers. Of course, this is an assessment tool. It's not only used for learners. You can use this for teachers as well. Any form of assessment you want to do for teachers, you can also do that. HOD for teachers. Some form of questions for teachers. You can use this platform. Alright, now I clicked on share and it has generated a link for me. Now look at the link. There are so many ways of sending the link. We have a link, a game link. Look at this side. So you copy the link and send it to their website or email. Alright. So then you can also create a QR code. QR means quick response code. Alright, so this is a game code. I can generate QR code. So let me you see copy. I click on it, it has been copied already. So I send it to the WhatsApp platform. So the learners will click on the link and then it will open for them. Now let's try this. Okay, now edit settings. Let's look at some settings. I click edit settings. Let me go back again. Okay, edit settings. Okay, and these edit questions, but the questions are okay for me now. So edit settings. And this is, let's look at some settings you can add, some features you can add. So let's look at some settings. Look at, so I click on settings. Let me go back. Edit settings. After clicking on generate link share, then click on edit settings. Edit settings. Some settings window drop down appear. Now look at this. Show answers after activity on. You can make it on off, question only. So I choose on. What is the meaning? After finishing with the 5 questions, the answers will come for the learners to view. Participant attempts. Okay, then I choose 1 out of 4. What is the meaning? After finishing the question, how many can the learner redo the assignment again, the exercise again? How many attempts? 1. So I made it only once. So you can choose unlimited and you close this window. Now what about this? Show answers after activity. Off. I choose off. And so that they will not be discouraged. So after finishing the question, when they click on one question, the answer will not appear. They will go to the next question. Then after everything, the answers too will not appear. But they can view the answer. Alright. They can view, there's a place for them to view the answer on their phones. Okay. Let's look at more options. Let's look at something here. Do you see shuffle questions? Shuffle questions. I clicked on it and this window appeared. So just close this window. They want you to upgrade. Don't worry. You have to pay a price to upgrade. So this is a free session. So shuffle questions. I click on it. What is the meaning? It means if there are a lot of learners, they will not all have question 1 as their question 1. It means one learner, his question 1 can be the question 20 of another learner. Shuffling questions. So it will not be this. They can be sitting down in the same lab, computer lab, doing the exercise, but the question 1 for the first learner will not be the same as the question 1 for another learner. So to avoid collusion, copying. So shuffle questions is very creative. So I like that one. Click on it. Shuffle answer options. Yes. So question 1, the answers to A, B, C, D can be shuffled. So the answer to the question for my question is A, but to another person, the same question, the correct answer will be D, can be D. That's the meaning of shuffle answer options. So that is the meaning. Play music, yes, as you are doing it on your phone, music will play in the background. If you don't want the music to come, you switch it off. Alright. Okay. Alright. Now let's look at this thing also. So I scroll down. After editing, you save, you click save. Then I scroll down, look at the new learner has started started yet. I have not shared it with anyone. So you see 0, 0 here. Participants, no participants, nothing here, because no one has done it, or I have not sent it to any learner. Alright, so that is how it looks like. Now what about certain time? Yeah, look at this place, edit. You see this place, edit deadline. You see this place, you can set a time, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. You set the time for learners to complete the assignment. So you click on edit, then you set a time, 12, the ending time, you set it. So this is the deadline, the ending time, not the beginning. Only the ending time is what you set here. Alright, so I'm talking about certain time. So it is a deadline that you have to set. If it is, the time is now 12 o'clock, in order to finish 1 hour later, then you set the deadline to 1 p.m. So here is only the deadline that you set. You set the current time, then when you want them to stop work, you set it. It can be weeks. Okay, let's see, there is a, let's go back a bit. Alright. The date that I created this was, look down here, you see 20, so you have about 1 week. You have a maximum, when you set a question, there's a maximum of 1 week for them to finish, but of course doesn't mean give them all the 1 week. Alright, so that is how you set the time. You come to edit beside the invite participants, come to edit, then okay, I'm going forward. Alright, now let's try the QR code. How do you do it? So you click on the QR code button, and it will generate the QR barcode for you. Quick response code. So this code, this picture, you copy and you store it, then you send it to learners. So instead of sending a link, okay, HTTPS link, you can just send this picture to them. But with this, the learners need a QR code scanner. So they have to go to Play Store. There are a lot of QR code scanners. You have to download one, and then the scanner, when they use the scanner to scan this image, it will connect them quickly to the website instead of typing or clicking on things. So that's why we call it quick response. It saves time. It saves time. So you store it and then you share it for learners. This picture, this code, you store it for learners. Alright, so I'm storing it in my download section. So I name it QR for Quizizz. Then I store it as a picture. Alright, so that is a QR code. They need a QR code scanner. Now this is an interface. Alright. When learners, how does it look like on learner's phone? So this is how it looks like on a phone. So I clicked on my phone, then look at it, look at what happened. 5 questions, and this is scientific characteristics quiz. Alright, that is a topic. Alright, 5 questions. I have to type my name here, then I will click attempt the question. So I have to type my name. So all the learners, they have to type their individual names. One phone can be used for many learners. What they have to do is that one person has to log out, and a different learner has to click on the link again and then type his or her name, then do the online, the e-assessment. Now look at the interface. Look at this. After typing my name, start game. Look look at the deadline. The deadline is given, and then look at the images here. Watch it carefully. These are also participant learners who have logged in at the time that I logged in. Alright, so mine is Kweku, so plus me, we have three participants. Their images, the emojis are here. Alright, so let's see what happens. Start game. Remember, this is a game way of learning. So start game. 1, 2, 3, then go. Just 5 questions. So let's wait till the end of the question. What happens at the end of the assessment? So I'm doing it on my phone. Alright, so this is how it looks like on the phone. So let's see. Let's wait till the end. Let's see what happens at the end. So you see that one is a correct, there is a correct score. Points are awarded by the system. That is where we are looking. That's what we are looking at. We are looking at apart from the points, each question is 1 mark. Alright. Okay, all done. This is a summary. So the learner can click on the summary to see a summary on his or her own attempt. Okay, so when the learner scrolls down, he will see the questions plus the answer he or she chose. The answer he or she chose. Alright. So when the learner clicks on any one of the questions, this is what happens. So this is what the learner chose. And this was the question. That is how the learners log in. Now, after learners participating in the event, 4 learners participated. There are just 5 questions. Look at the summary of their participation. Accuracy is 35%. So this was already calculated is for you, saving your time. Okay. Now there are other options. You can reopen the assessment if you wish to do so. Maybe one learner was sick, and then you have to redo the assessment. Okay. What about sending to parents? Okay, before that, look at the strength bar. So I click on the one of the bars, serum. I click on serum's bar, and then these are the statistics of serum. 3 unattempted questions, so we didn't attempt 3 questions, 40% accuracy, and then the others follow. These are the questions plus answers down there. Okay. You can also send email the results to their parents by clicking on the 3 dots. By clicking on the 3 dots, you see the drop down window. What do you see? The 3 dots. You see print, delete, expand, email to parent. So you can email each learner's report to parents, the outcome of your subject to parents, and you can also print and keep it as a portfolio. Then there's one student. You click on one student's bar, and then the information about one student, that particular student will appear. So this is print. I clicked on print. Look at how it was about to print. Alright. The questions and the answer the person gave are also there. Alright, so these are for one person, for one. These are his reports. Okay, then let's see about email to parents. Email to parents. So you click on email to parents. Let me go back a bit. So you click on email to parents, then answer. Okay, so I was talking about emailing the reports to parents. So you can do it one by one. So you click on the learner's bar, the horizontal bar, then this window open, then you enter your parents' email, or you can do it in bulk and send it as bulk messaging to parents. So let's see how bulk to all the parents at once. That's what I mean by the bulk. All the parents at once, they have to get the learner's report. Okay, let's see. Alright, I enter my email. What about all parents at once? You want to send the learner's report, so you come to click on parents. Alright, so you click on all parents, then this drop down window will come. You enter the email address of all the parents. So all the participants enter their guardians reports. We're looking at their guardians reports. Alright, so I selected one. I'll type in their email, and then it will send to the email address. When you click on share, it will email it to that particular email. So you can reopen the assessment for other learners who were not present. Maybe they were sick. So you can reopen the assessment for them to do, and you can change it as well. So this is how you use Quizizz to do e-assessment for learners. You click on share, then you send the link to the learner or the QR code to the learner to do the assessment. Then after doing the assessment, everything will be marked and then brought online for the learners to do, and you, the teacher, also have a copy of the learners' answers. So it is totally easy, and you have to type your questions beforehand and then use them in your class as an assignment, even midterm exams, and then end of semester exams. You can do all of them. So that is that, colleagues. I hope you enjoyed it. Try and use it and let your lessons be very interactive. As they do this, they will also be learning the digital literacy skills and certain 21st century skills. Have a nice day. See you later. Bye.